If you're searching for the best trade copier for prop firms in 2026, you're already past the part where most traders mess up. You know you need one. The question is which one? And the answer most YouTube videos give you is wrong, because most of them are built for forex and copied to a futures audience that has completely different problems. Before I get into this, I need to be straight with you. This is not financial advice, and this is not a paid ranking. Nobody sponsored this video. What I'm sharing is what actually matters when a copier touches a funded account and what gets people blown up when they pick the wrong one. What you do with this information is on you. Here is the part that almost nobody explains up front. There are basically 3 categories of trade copiers on the market right now, and only one of them is actually safe to point at a futures prop firm account. Category 1 is the cloud copier. You sign up on a website. Your master account connects to their server. Your slave accounts connect to their server. When you take a trade, your order travels from your platform to their cloud, back down to every slave account. Round trip, every single time. The marketing pages will tell you the latency is low. The reality is that you are now adding network legs to every single fill, and prop firm trailing drawdowns do not forgive that. Category 2 is the MT4 or MT5 copier. These are the ones with the most reviews online, the most YouTube tutorials, the most affiliate offers. They are also completely useless for 90% of futures prop firms because Apex, TopStep, MFFU, Tradeify, and most other futures props do not run on MT4. They run on NinjaScript, Tradivit, Rhythmic, or proprietary platforms. So an MT4 copier is solving a problem you do not have. Category 3 is the local NinjaScript copier. This runs inside NinjaScript itself on your machine. No cloud round trip, no third-party broker touching your orders. Your master account fires, and the slaves fire from the same machine in the same instance. That is the only architecture that makes sense if you are running multiple Apex or TopStep accounts. So if you only remember one thing from the next 7 minutes, remember that. For futures prop firms, you want a local copier, not cloud, not MT4. Local. Now let me give you the 5 things you actually need to check before you give anybody your credit card. Number 1, latency, but the real number, not the marketing one. Anything cloud-based is going to give you triple-digit milliseconds at best. Anything local is going to give you double-digit, often single-digit. On a fast NQ move, the difference between 15 milliseconds and 300 milliseconds is the difference between identical fills and accounts that drift apart enough to anchor different trailing drawdowns. That is not a small detail. That is the entire point of using a copier. Number 2, the pricing model. There are tools out there that charge you per account, per month. Run 5 accounts and you are paying $50 a month, every month, forever. There are also one-time license tools. Same functionality, no monthly bleed. The recurring model exists because the cloud copiers actually have server costs to cover. The one-time tools are local, so the moment you own the license, the math is done. Run the numbers over 12 months. The difference is not small. Number 3, what order types it actually copies. Some copiers only mirror the entry. They do not touch your stop. They do not touch your target. They do not cancel orders when one side fills. That is half a tool. On a real prop firm setup, you are placing a market entry, a stop loss, and a profit target all in one bracket. If only the entry copies, you have to manually manage stops and targets across every slave account, which is exactly the chaos you were trying to escape. Make sure stops, targets, modifications, and cancellations all sync, not just entries. Number 4, what happens when an account disconnects mid-trade? This is the question nobody asks until it is too late. If one of your slave accounts loses connection, does the copier freeze the master? Does it skip the dead account and keep mirroring to the others? Does it queue the order and try to fire it when the connection comes back, which is usually the worst possible outcome? Read the documentation. If the answer is not clearly described, that is a red flag. Number 5, whether it actually runs on the platform your prop firm allows. This sounds obvious, but it gets people. A lot of copiers will technically work with NinjaScript, but use unsupported APIs, third-party connectors, or cloud bridges that violate the terms of service of your prop firm. Get this wrong and you can fail a payout review even if you pass the challenge. Stick with copiers that run as native NinjaScript add-ons inside NinjaTrader with no external connection. Okay, that is the buying framework. Now let me talk about what I actually use. Because the reason I made this video is that I went through this exact process about a year ago and could not find a single tool that hit all 5 of those requirements. So I built one. It is called PropSync. It runs entirely inside NinjaTrader 8 as a NinjaScript add-on. There is no cloud, no third-party server, no monthly fee. Latency is in the low double-digit milliseconds because everything happens locally. It mirrors entries, stops, targets, modifications, and cancellations. If a slave disconnects, it skips that account and keeps copying to everything still online. And because it is a native NinjaScript, there is no API workaround that puts your prop firm payout at risk. It is $79. One time. Lifetime license. 14-day money back if it does not fit your setup. There is no per account charge. Run 2 slaves or 20, the price is the same. I want to be straight about one more thing before the link. A trade copier is an execution tool. It does not pick trades, it does not manage risk. If your strategy is broken, a copier will broadcast broken trades to every account at once, which is worse than entering them slowly by hand. Make sure you have an edge before you scale it. The copier is what you add after you are already profitable on one account, not the thing you use to fix unprofitability. If you are running more than 2 prop firm accounts and you have been losing edge to manual copying, link is in the description below. The right tool for futures prop firms is local, one time, and copies everything. Not just entries,